Greetings and thanks for taking time to check out this video here. Just want to show you some fun I've been having with trying to come up with a fun way of smeltering. Now this one here is particularly dumb, but it's interesting I think nonetheless, so I just want to show it before I get into the meat and potatoes on here. Got a series of chests passing around stuff using item translocators with some traditional vanilla furnaces and the bellows speeding them up. I have the ones at the bottom set up so that way if there's space in the inventory of the furnace, it will accept the ore. If it won't, if there is no space, it sends a redstone signal turning on this one and passing things on. This particular one is set to coal, so that way I can put coal or ore into this chest here and it will distribute it accordingly, and it just passes around in a big old loop, and whenever there's space in one of them it will send it through, and the coal's doing the same thing. Again, this one is just dumb, and it was just kind of seeing what I can do with these things. Now moving on to some of the interesting stuff. I started messing around with liquid transposer or translocators on the smelteries on here. Now with this on here, as you can see, as there is gold ore fed into the smeltery, it melts down. The transporters are hooked up into smeltery drains, which pass it into a tank, which passes on, pass it 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 on to this tank here. Or this one here when I was doing iron. Now, something else I discovered on here is that these the seared glass and seared windows also act as single block tanks. It will not pass in the chain like they do with the Buildcraft tanks. It just passes off into that one. So be careful when it comes to running pipes alongside it, because then your liquid whatever will get stuck in the walls of your smeltery. I have not found any way to feed the liquid directly into the tank, just the walls of the tank, which it does nobody any good over there. Now over here I found that you can feed the gold or the liquid metal into a casting basin using the liquid duct, so this way you can auto smelt your block. You can also feed it in there using the liquid translocator to get your gold going in, or your gold going in that way as well, or whatever metal that you're doing at the moment. Now this is where it gets interesting for mass use on here. What I discovered, let's go ahead and clear some of this out into the, that'll go in there, into here. And what I discovered is that by chaining them together, I created a little system here with an overflow. And what happens is with the liquid basins is that they chain down, and they'll first fill up the overflow pipe, and once the overflow pipe is filled up, it all comes down to this end one here. They will start making gold blocks. Then it will come down and into the hoppers underneath, into the chest in the back. Now I set up a liquid translocator connecting the casting basin to a casting table with a ingot inside there, and now what's happening on this side is the same exact same, except all these are set to ingots, and this is all going to make ingots. Now what the big difference between what's going on here is when you run out of whatever liquid metal that you are using in the smeltery at the moment, it's going to all feed down into the end one, because all these will not have enough to make a single one. This one will keep filling up until it's done, and then pass on everything to this end table here. This end table with the ingot casts on it will then continuously make ingots until it's all empty. And then once it's all empty, you'll set in with whatever little bit of leftover that you have in there, and wait for the next time you do run for smelting metals. Again, I've just been doing gold ore on this one. The one problem I did find with it is that you're going to encounter an issue if you start running running different types of metals through a single smeltery, because when that happens, you'll hit a snag and you'll no longer have an overflow system, because the rest of them are going to be stuck with whatever's in there, and this end one's going to be stuck with a different metal in it. So either you'll have to run separate smelteries or pipe out the last of whatever remaining stuff is in here to a separate tank to get to later, maybe a portable tank or something like that. But anyways, I'm sure somebody can come up with something a little more elegant than what I did on here, but this is just an idea I haven't seen anyone really engage in, so maybe inspire somebody on there to see what you could really push out with this. Hopefully you all enjoyed this. If you did, check out some of my future videos and the video I've already put out for Minecraft, and wish you well and have a great day and better tomorrow.